there is no bill that's been more unpopular, not the repeal of the Affordable Care Act, not the last round of tax cuts, both of which were super unpopular. But this stuff is like underwater in a very, very politically deadly way. And I think the reason is because people are starting to register two things. One, all of the terrible policy and what's going to happen to communities everywhere, in particular the Medicaid cuts and the nutritional assistance cuts and the attempt to basically constrain energy supply and raise the cost of electricity for most Americans, so that you got that basket of things that they do to quote unquote save money. But I think people didn't quite understand that the reason that they're trying to quote unquote save money is to generate enough revenue to provide extraordinary tax cuts for people making more than $4 million a year. So usually, those policies are super unpopular in the first place, but when you combine them, they get sort of exponentially more unpopular because they just have no constituency except people making more than $4 million a year. So I actually think the main thing for us to remember is that we can still kill this bill. It is true that they have control over the Congress. It is also true that some of them are getting quite scared of the prospect of electricity prices going up, of people who receive $6 a day for nutritional assistance getting that cut, and all for people who are not their constituents getting the biggest tax cut in the history of the United States. So there are a lot of scary things happening right now. This is something I'm quite optimistic about. I think we can kill this bill.
How do we do it? How do we kill it?
Look, it is a peaceful, pluralistic, nonviolent, but still aggressive movement to stand up for our collective values. And I got to say, there has been a lot of good consternation and then a lot of unproductive consternation about the sort of state of the left. And we spent a good amount of time doing our introspection, but now it's time to fight. We spent a fair amount of time talking about whether the center left or the hard left or the middle of the left, should lead the party. I don't care about that fight anymore because we are all united in killing this bill. And we have to stay united in killing this bill. And one of the things that made me the most excited and hopeful for the future is that this last Saturday, there was a 4 to 6 million person demonstration across the country for our collective values and for our country. And we were all united and we were all peaceful and we were all hopeful. And so let's take that vibe into this fight because this one we can win.